It has not been so simple. The entity that keeps us here keeps us on a very short leash.
Entity.
Well,
That is
we're
The
here to
thing with the
bring that.
antlers.
no, that is but its servant. An unfortunate child.
So who is the servant?
The one who wears the mask.
And
What was her name again? I had it in my notes here for a bit. Barbara. Yes. Poor
Yeah, Barbara.
Barbara.
Barbara, the daughter.
Yeah, I thought you guys knew that already.
Yeah, we did know that. Okay. So what's with the red ball up there?
That controls the hill. It lets it breathe as it opens up in the night.
Where is it taking Dante?
Barbara is taking her back to her shack downstairs and will undoubtedly try to make a meal of him.
All right. Well, we can't
it-
let that we can't let that happen. How do we free you guys from this place?
And it's like, wait, are these the other children that got kidnapped?
Yes, they're the other children that got kidnapped. They've been here for 20 years.
Yes, the four of them will one by one introduce themselves as Carmen Tillman, Wanda Harvey, Roy Greer, and Clayton Bright.
Should I interrupt you real quick, Griff?
Yes.
For a pointed matter that does not match my notes.
Yes.
The age differences there. They should be
Yes.
like in their 30s to 40s, not in their 20s.
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
you're saying that
Fine.
that the notes are correct on my end and that they haven't aged. Okay. You
In
told
addition,
you
in
told me to interrupt you
retrospect-
before, is why I wanted to
Yes.
say it.
Though the huntress wore a mask, she didn't seem very old, or even like past her 30s at the very least.
Okay, so even though we can figure out that these are the victims, they're obviously not as old as we assume that they would be. So it's a point of contention that they're way younger than they're supposed to be.
That
The
might just
entity
be
down here keeps us on a steady diet of this fungal matter, and it has properties that take a long while to explain.
Oh, I'm very
Uh,
interested.
Okay.
I would
Well-
recommend not partaking yourself. You'd be trapped here like the rest of us.
I meant in studying it, not partaking in it.
Okay, so how do we break you out of here? What's keeping you here?
The entity's grasp, its shadowy claws. Should we leave too far, it will drag us back, forcefully if need be. There is
All
no
right, so-
escaping it so long as we are a part of it. As long as it
Okay.
feeds off of us.
Okay, so how do we make you not part of it anymore?
Well, I'm glad you asked. As she smiles and pulls out like a small little piece of notepaper. Let me see if I had this prepared. I'm pretty sure I do. Ah, yes. Hope and escape. I
You made this-
believe with a little bit of luck and a little bit of assistance, we can finally escape. We can make it ill. We can weaken its grasp. And during that time, we can throw off our shackles and leave. As long as you do not die down here, you should be able to simply walk out.
Okay.
But the rest of us
fibers-
require this ritual, she says as she hands it to you. And I know that you can do it.
Okay, so I look at it and I go, fiber from its legs. Do you mean like its leg hairs?
Yes, its claws, its legs are like a spider's. There are tiny hairs upon it.
All right. Okay. So, okay, guys. Mental note: we got to pluck some hairs from its legs. Right. Okay. So I'm assuming we just keep going down and we'll run into it.
No, it'll simpler than that even. When it is time for it to wish to feed on us, it will drag us there. And undoubtedly, with you here, it'll scoop you up with it, like the other victims who did not make it so far.
Okay, how often does that happen, and can we afford to wait while my boss is possibly getting chopped up into appetizers?
You hear a slight rumble, and you can see the shadows in the mist begin to circle around you. I would say about now. As she
Oh,
gets up, and the other four all get up and simultaneously begin to run.
I guess we follow them.
All right. Hugo, you have a fortune-telling D8 to try to cast this ritual.
Can I cast it now?
Uh, you could, but you don't have all the things, and you're not
Right.
in her shack.
Exactly. So, what else do
But
I
you
have?
will get the chance. I'm going to go to another map. Dante, you are over here. You're panicked.
And slightly confused.
And slightly confused as you have been dragged through the mist and thrown straight onto a table where she has taken ropes and bound your hands to it. And she turns away, and in the corner you can see a small and frightened little girl, a bear, collared and attached to the fireplace. She takes a small knife from the table and slides it across your arm, cutting off a bit of skin. It is painful, but she walks away with it and puts it onto a stick and carries it over to the fireplace and begins to cook it, humming to herself. The humming is incessant and distracting. But after a moment of it being in the fire, she takes it out and shoves it towards the little girl, and you can hear her growl out, "Eat!" And the little girl recoils, clearly not wanting this at all, and she merely persists louder, "Eat!" as she begins to cry. The huntress suddenly changes mood, taking to a knee and reaching out a hand to the little girl's shoulder and patting it. Before you hear a rumbling out in the distance, and the huntress does too, as she begins to leave out the door. The rest of you have all run towards what looks like a stone wall with an iron gate. Strange that it should be down here, but it's open, and the group in front of you runs in first, with you tailing behind. And as soon as you are all through, the gate closes upon its own will. And you can see the shadows outside stop just at this gate. In front of you, you see a shack. Not at all the delightful cottage that you saw of Silverwinds, or the old log cabin that was burned up above. This one is made out of haphazard planks of wood and sheet metal, stapled together haphazardly and at odd angles, leaving vast holes in between it. The only thing at all that seems stable itself is the chimney up in the corner. Dante, on the interior of this building, you of course see the fireplace, atop which is a sentient deer skull mounted above it. And in the pile, just slightly near you, is a pile of sentient bones mixed with other wild animals. And with that, we'll go ahead and begin. Heroes first.
What do you mean by sentient bones?
Bones of sentient creatures.
Okay, not that the bones are alive and sentient.
That is correct. I'm trying to distinguish between wild animals and our friendly animal people.
By the way, can
People.
you also recount for me? Am I tied up in rope or chain?
Rope.
Okay.
They are just basic knots. Additionally, what you guys can see from here is this appears to be some sort of strange totem of bones and skulls, which glows abnormally bright with the orange fungus. The witch will look at the lot of you and go, spread out and take out as many of those totems as you can. Break them, tear them apart, do what you must. When they are all gone, the gates will open, but we will only be able to leave to the rest of the cavern. We must gather the rest of the material. I trust you three to handle such, and perhaps keep the huntress at bay.
All right, I go to Claudia. I'm like, we're gonna have to work together because we're gonna have to grab some leg hairs, and then you're gonna have to distract him long enough for me to do this ritual.
Okie dokie. It takes, you're going to try and do a 5-minute.
I guess. I mean, like, I'm assuming time is of the essence here.
You'd have to get 7 successes, right, and stuff sound, to get, that's a 3rd order ritual, isn't it? This is going to be tricky. Well, I should start smashing skulls because they said we have to do that.
That's true. Claudia, go ahead and go first. 2 actions.
All right, screw this, lady. No one murders children around here but me. Am I on this map?
Yes, you are. You are all the way over here on the right side.
Oh, okay.
It's a veritable crowd now.
What are the totems we're supposed to smash?
Just a little short distance away from you.
Oh, all the way down there. Oh,
You
well,
can see at
holy
least
crap.
one here, and one here, and one over here, easily from your vantage point.
Oh, yeah, I can get over here.
All right.
Actually,
It's about
actually,
about a
James.
foot-tall totem. So, what do you want to do with it?
Yeah, James, you take the closer one. I'll take the farther one.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, sorry, but you actually don't have fighting, do you?
No.
Get to that pile and start shooting it.
I'm sure I can crack some skulls by myself.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to. Well, there's a lot of them though. I'm gonna try and scramble. Oh, whopping 1 success. I will get 10 meters and then move another 10 meters, and I'm done.
All right, easy enough. Zamek.
That old injury is flaring up.
All right, I guess for the time being, we can just focus on these totems. So I'll go to this one and break it.
Okay, I think that is within 10-meter range for you to just walk to. Yeah, easy enough. So I believe you're the only one who... No, James also has an action to try to break it. So James, why don't you go first, because you went first.
Okay, what? How do I break them?
You need to do damage to it, or maybe use crafts if you just want to sabotage it.
Damage?
Yes, so like an attack.
I only have Russian trample.
Okay, would you like to attempt those?
Attempt what?
To try to trample this thing.
You want to trample the skulls? That's a good idea.
I'll try.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your trample.
Okay.
That's body
Body
speed,
speed and fighting.
body speed fighting.
Also, by the way, anything that refreshes on a scene, you can go ahead and all refresh. Which I believe would apply to hurt soak, but would not apply to injury soak.
James causes 1 point of damage.
Alright, 1 point of damage is not enough. These things are held together well enough that just a simple stomping around is not quite enough. But you can feel it shaking. You just need a little bit more. Zamek, you rushed up to yours. Would you like to give it a go?
Sure thing.
The goal is to get more than one.
All right. Well,
Now,
I
this
do
is
have-
where your pummeling is going to pay off, because pummeling is more damage than any other.
Yeah. So then I'll do a pummel. I guess we're gonna have to deal with the bad roll. So give me. Oh,
Yeah,
do you just want me
Pummeling
to
is
roll-
body, will, and fighting.
Body, will, and fighting. I'll just roll an extra d6 after I roll this. Hold on a second.
Okay. With pummel, it does +2 damage, so as long as you get that 1, then you've done at least 3 damage. And you will, in fact, go ahead and break it. And I'll just go ahead and draw on top of it, honestly. Red line. Doot. Doot. You have broken it.
Rawr!
Dante, the huntress has not quite left her house yet. You are still terrified. You are still panicked for the moment, but you are not terrified.
Right.
So you will have a chance to go ahead and do something afterwards, but you can focus right now.
I'm just looking at options here.
Yeah.
Panic just means I can't attack, but I can still do other things, right?
Yes, you can. Would you like to do something right now then, while she is right there?
I mean, could I try and use psychokinesis?
You are panicked, so if you try to use it as an attack,
I'm not trying to use it as an attack. What I want, I'll just throw it out there. I'll talk it out with you as I'm trying to think it out here. Poltergeist.
You want to just try to untie yourself, correct?
Yeah, I want to try and use poltergeist to untie
Absolutely.
the ropes on scene.
Go for it then. So go ahead and roll your magic.
That's enough. Poltergeist 3, which is a 3-success order. 3-order success.
Excellent. You have quietly untied yourself via magical means.
I mean, unless you want to say that a poltergeist, I would need a higher level poltergeist, in which case I would have failed.
No, this is just fine, honestly. You have enough time to take to control the rope and move it with your mind. You have one more action if you just want to go ahead and run around right now.
No, I'll wait. This is like, I don't know if she tied me from front or back, but, you know, just the hands holding the rope to make it seem like I'm still tied up. That way when she leaves, I can just drop it and go.
Alright, so you go ahead and just, wait. Good idea. Allies go. I'm going to go ahead and just sort of move them out. They are splitting up into teams. These ones join you, James Green. And they are going to go ahead and give you an additional D8 to try to break this next time that you try. I could have them try themselves right now, but I just want to go ahead and move along and rolling. Follow up. Huntress' turn. She is going to go ahead and step out of her house and immediately see who else but the woman in black. And she screams at you.
Damn it!
And will waddle straight up to you with her large, broad axe in hand.
It's that crazy creep that's been ruining my life.
And she's about to ruin it even more as she slashes away at you. Oh, dear. That is a 10, a 6, a 6, and a 4.
I can't beat a 10, not even on a good day.
All right. And as it would happen, I believe the axe is damage +3, so that is 4 damage.
That is 4 damage. This is not a good day to be me. Okay, I will soak 1 of that. I will then tap my panic soak to soak 2 more of that. But that's 4 points of damage. I am out of soaks. I go down.
You go down. The woman in black is down and out. And that is all for the villain's turn. She gloats and wipes the blood off of her blade as you can hear the sound of it clashing just outside. Rise of good guys. James, do you want to try to break that thing?
Yes.
They are going to give you 3d8 for whatever you want to do to it. You will probably break it.
Tramp.
All right, roll your trample again. Roll an extra 3d8. Get 2 successes, and it will break.
Okay, just a
Do. Deer hooves all over this thing. Hey, even on your own power, you're able to break it, but together with your new victims, you break the thing into pieces rather readily. Doot. One more down. All right, Zamek.
Is there anything I can do for Claudia?
You could attempt to perform first aid. However, that is quite a distance away and in danger. But I believe first aid would be the applicable thing to do.
Hmm. And we still have totems to break. Could I make it to the next totem?
You could. It is quite a distance away. You can walk 10, and if you want to do more, you'll roll body speed and athletics. If
And
you get
wait,
one
where?
success, you can get the rest of the way there.
All right. Well, that's on the way to Claudia anyway, so I guess that's really so. All right, let me roll that. You said athletics, right?
Yes.
Body
speed, athletics.
Body speed, athletic.
And of course, as you are passing by, you can see Claudia on the ground with this massive tiger looming over her. You only get about 10 meters, unfortunately, which would put you about to here, like right at the bush.
All right, I guess that's what I do.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you are just a little bit out of breath. James Green, you already stomped that thing to bits. That was one action. Did you have another one you wanted to do?
Who, me?
No, James Green, EHH.
Oh, James.
It's. Do I notice? Okay, I finished breaking it. Do I notice?
You can definitely see her looming over there. You don't quite see Claudia down, but you don't see her anywhere. And you know that's where she last was.
I'm kind of panicking right now.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and go to Dante real quick then. Dante! You are no longer panicked because the source of your fear is no longer here. What do you
Got
do?
it. I am going to drop the ropes and cross the room to Claudia Harvey.
All right. She looks up at you, and she is still sobbing. She is held in place with rope.
Calm down, calm down. We're going to get you out of here. Everything is going to be safe. Your friend is still waiting for you outside. Yes, your little boyfriend is still out there waiting for you. Don't worry. Everything is going to be safe. And I'm going to be untying her as I do this.
Okay. I'm not gonna make a roll for untying. You're a magician. You can handle knots, and these aren't complicated. It's just difficult to do if you didn't have hands. So you go ahead and untie the young Claudia. She's free.
I think that works for everything in this world. Without hands, everything is a little bit hard to do.
Yeah, so weird, huh? All right. So ally's turn. To do. Wanda is going to step up and is going to try to distract the huntress. Let me double check on trick. I believe it is a deception check of some kind. To do combat actions. Rally, tricks, stunts. Reason, frighten, trick, speed, mind, deceit. So she's going to roll speed, mind, and deceit. Do speed, mind, deceit. There we go. She has a 6 in there, and the huntress needs to roll speed, mind, observation and questioning, things I'm sure she does not have. Speed and mind are the ones in the center. Yeah, she does not have any questioning. She rolls a 6 and ties on the trick. So she is now dazed and will take 1 action. Statuses. Dazed. Purple. You are also dazed because you did a stunt. These two, however, will go ahead and begin progressing through the bushes over to the other side. And these two are coming around the corner. The witch looks back at you, Zamek, and goes, "Your friend isn't doing too well. We'll need to finish here quickly."
I go,
She'll
yeah,
bring
you're
her-
not.
She'll
You're
bring
not
her
quite
to the basement.
I go, we're not quite catching us on our A game.
I'll have a B game next time. And Claudia, unfortunately, you are down for the moment.
I am.
Yes, so we didn't cover you. Rise of Villains. She is distracted by Wanda, who is waving over at her, trying to call for her attention. And she will, instead of doing anything with you, chase after her first. But get only so far. Rise of Good Guys.
All right, I think I'm gonna change my tact at this point. Can I run into the house?
You sure can if you can get enough distance. It is at least a 10-foot to get to the door, and you could do more to get inside.
You said that the walls are the walls solid? Are there holes in them? Can I see Dante?
There are lots
through?
of holes. You could peek into it if you wish.
All right, actually, what I want to do then is I will run over to one of these walls. I guess in between these two guys. And I guess I'll see Dante taking care of Claudia. Correct? Can I? Can I?
Yes.
And I go to Dante. I go, boss, are you okay?
Zamek.
Ada.
Yeah, sorry, I was clearing my throat.
I go, listen, boss. I need your help. We need some leg hairs off the huntress. I know it's a lot to ask, but can you help me out with that?
Why?
Just so you know, the text is not from the Huntress, it is from the entity.
Oh, the entity? Where's the entity?
She'll look at you and go, "Always in the basement, at the least, but beware of the trees."
Can I ask you a question, Griff, out of character?
Yes.
Only because I am slightly confused, and I don't want to act on things that are confusing to me and turn out to be wrong.
Fair enough.
You know the wording of my goal, right? Right? You remember it?
Yes, I do.
And that is
Wording may
entirely
have
correct.
changed.
Okay, that's why I need to know. Because as they stand, things are very confusing.
So in this case, I believe it would be a simple switch. You can change it from the witch to the entity.
Okay.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
so-
you were the easiest one to kidnap, so it got a little confusing.
Right, well, I mean, it would just be a very last minute, yeah, it goes to shake your hand, and I put an axe in her head, and we're like, why are you doing this? And I'd be like, well, it's the wording of my goal.
Okay, Dante, boss, go to the basement, find the entity, and get some leg hairs.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I've got the girl, we've got to get her out of here.
We're not getting out of here unless you get me some leg hairs from whatever's living in the basement.
Why don't you go to the
Not
basement?
smarter, has he? You hear a very familiar voice outside, Dante.
Familiar in what way?
Familiar as in it has haunted your nightmares for ages.
You're
It's
not.
the voice of the one who shouted at you.
So the confusion has come back.
Yes.
All right, listen, boss. Listen, it's real simple. Unless I could create this ritual to neutralize this threat, none of us are never getting out of this place ever. Whatever it is in the basement, you have to go down there, grab some leg hairs, come back up so I can do this ceremony.
I do not think that you know what real simple means.
I think that is a wonderful note to end this little conversation off of. Samek, your turn is over. Dante, you have spent your time talking to Samek.
And untying a girl.
Indeed. She is fully untied, she's free. However, she is looking to you for guidance. That leads us to James Green. What do you do?
Do I see Claudia when the Huntress leaves?
You see her coming in your direction. And in fact, Wanda over here, trying to take place in front of her. Wanda is the bear.
Wait, she's carrying her right now?
No, she's distracting her and getting her attention.
Oh, okay. So do I see Claudia? Is you said she was down? Is she unconscious?
You can barely make her out on the ground right around the bushes.
I am collapsed and crumpled in the heap.
Yes.
I try to go over to her.
Okay. You can just barely get over there. Go ahead and move if you want. You'll be running straight past the Huntress. All right. And what do you plan to do?
Rally her.
She needs more than rallying. She needs first aid.
I'm not. I'll try.
All right. Give me some mind will academics to try to stem the flow of blood. She has taken a sizable axe wound to the chest.
Only 1 point got through, so it's not deep.
But it's still bleeding. However,
enough
you
to
do
knock me
staunch
out.
the flow of blood, and for a brief moment, you were brought to consciousness, Claudia, in intense, overwhelming pain.
Ah! Do I suffer any debilitations?
I'm not sure what I would necessarily put on you at the moment, but you are out of soaks. You are definitely on death's door, and you do not want to take another blow like that.
No, I do not.
But you are conscious, and it is technically your turn now, as James Green has done 2 actions.
I will stand up,
Aha!
which is an action. Where did the monster go? Did the monster leave?
Literally right behind you.
Oh, I'm gonna hide.
She is... Okay, go ahead and give me a check. Speed evasion. She's not looking in your direction right now, so you do have a benefit.
Well, that's
Alright.
the one success I needed, so I'm gonna go ahead and hide.
You do not draw her immediate attention. The door is wide open, and you in fact see a Dante and a young bear, and a pile of bones. And blood everywhere.
That's something you see every day. Also, the advantage of hiding is I can recharge my panic soak.
Ooh, very good, yes. Alright, so, allies' turn. These two. Go ahead and proceed on their plan and begin working on this totem. These two will look at you, Summon, can go, you can handle this. And they will head in this direction to handle this totem. Wanda is dazed. She becomes undazed, and then will attempt to flee. So, Wanda, what do you have for speed evasion? Tell me you have anything good. Oh, yes, you do. She has 1 success. She darts over here into the bushes to try to hide and evade the Huntress. Huntress's turn. Her quarry has just run away, and she could try to focus and find her, or she could look at this deer that is right behind her.
Crap.
James! She approaches you with a large axe. Would you like to dodge or counter?
Dodge.
Do you want to tap panic preemptively so you can get the benefit of being a coward?
Yes.
It might be a very good idea. So we'll go ahead and have her take a swing at you. We are looking at 5, 4, 7, and 4. So try to get better than a 7.
So what do I we need to roll to dodge?
You're rolling speed evasion to try to dodge. Since you're a coward who is panicked, you will get a bonus d12 at the very least.
Speed.
Speed evasion. That does not look good. Oh, that does not look good. So that looks like the highest you rolled is a 3. You do not negate anything of hers. She has 4, 5, 6, 7 damage coming at you.
I like to
You
soak
could tap
that.
a personality to try to make your dodge a little bit better. You could try to roll soak right now and see how much of that you can get rid of, and then tap. What do you
Okay, so it's just a minute. I'm trying to look right now. Okay, I'll take injury. So
if you're going to go ahead and take the damage, go ahead and roll soak first, which is body endurance, to see how much you can take. All right, so you take it from 7 to 6. And you said you're going to tap your injury soak, yes?
yes.
So that takes it from 6 to 2. Do you have anything else to tap?
Okay, let's see here. Uh, I got panic soak.
Panic soak will soak 2 damage, won't it?
Yes.
And the benefit is you're already panicked, so there's no penalty. So go ahead and soak that. You are both injured and extra panicked now, as you have tapped both of your soaks. You have taken a large axe wound straight to the side, and it strokes straight down across your leg, scraping off flesh and a large segment of your pants. And she is looking at you with intent murderous glee at her strike. That was 2 actions. She walked up to you and hit. Rise of Heroes. James Green, you are in the most danger right now. What would you like to do about this?
Run.
All right. So you can run 10 meters anywhere easily, and you could roll body speed athletics to try to go even further away.
I'm going
Maybe
to where
you could-
Claudia is.
Maybe you could charge through the totem and see if you can knock it over.
Okay, trample then.
Not the worst idea. You're panicked.
Yeah, you can't trample. You can't trample things when you're panicked.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That is an aggressive action, unfortunately.
So what can I do?
Come
You
and
could
hide with
still
me.
run away, as you were saying. You could try to do a stealth maneuver like Claudia did, in which you will round this corner and try to hide from her vision and get out of sight.
I'll do that.
All right, go ahead and roll me speed evasion.
With a bonus D12, you coward.
Yep. No spooking the deer
What
into
is
trampling things.
Yeah, come on, man. This is what deers do.
Oh, that is not too good on the evasion, but you still have the D12. Let's take a look at it. All right, a 4 is good enough. You dodge around the corner, and you're pretty certain she does not have a direct line of sight to her door, and she might not know exactly where you just went. So that leads up to the rest of this crew. Zamek, Claudia, and Dante. Who goes next?
I can't lose the day. My friends, they're all in trouble. They're depending on
Well,
me. I'm going to
I
go
was gonna
outside.
I was gonna try to help you, Claudia, before you ran off. So do you want to let me run to you first and try to first aid you?
No, I've already been first aided. I'm fine. I'm
Yeah,
fine.
Okay.
I'm going to walk it off.
Yeah,
I'm
and I
going
just
to
going.
I'm
You
going to
probably
move up to the Huntress. Yeah, I'm just going to move up to the Huntress, put up my dukes, because that's how I'm trained like a boxer. And you know,
Go
I
for
just
the swing.
no, to brush the blood off my lip. I'm gonna guard, and I'm gonna say, all right, you want some? Then come get some. I've got justice in this hand and mercy in this one.
Stupid. All right, so Claudia, you are now guarding. Let's go ahead and give yourself some green just so we remember that. Let's see. That leaves Dante and Zamek.
All right, so I guess I'm just gonna do a double dash to try to get into this place. Could I make it to the stairs of the basement, or can I leave? How far can I go in?
If you want to dash all the way into the basement, I'm gonna have you roll body speed athletics.
Okay, so let's do that. Mhm. Athletics, body, speed, boom. Ooh, nice.
Ooh, excellent. You can go all the way down there. You are in the basement right now.
What do I see, even though I can't do anything?
Downstairs, you see a smattering of wooden planks covering a wooden and fungal wall, much like the rest of this cavernous area. But in the center of this basement and its bare dirt floor, you see a strange black pillar. And at first, it seems odd that it's here. Maybe it's some kind of support pillar, but it doesn't actually touch the ceiling. In fact, it curves back around into 4 separate hooks, each of them black and gleaming.
Are there little hairs on this thing?
Indeed, looking straight at it, you can see small little hairs growing on it. How strange.
All right,
All right,
bingo, I say. Bingo!
all right. So you are now downstairs in the basement. Dante.
I am going to pick up Claudia and hold her tightly over against my shoulder and just say, just close your eyes. You don't want to see any of this. You've seen too much already. We'll get you out of here.
Okay, mister. And she will follow you.
Well, I'm holding her. So
Yeah. Yeah, you're taking her. She's holding on to you, clutching tight. But what do you do? Just stay there right now?
actually, I want to make a mesmerism roll if I can.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to shoot for a 5 successor, so if this doesn't work, then I will have done nothing at all. I have done nothing at all. That's my turn. I'm done.
Oh, not enough successes for what you wanted.
I was shooting for Phantasm so that I could then just give her an illusion of safety.
Mm-hmm. You could still shoot for a lower thing if there's something there that actually is something you want to happen right now.
Nah, I don't want to make her forget. I don't want to hypnotize her, because I'll just make her blindsided if something happens to try to
Didn't
attack
you have
her.
one that just made you disappear?
Wow, why would... Yeah, but she wouldn't, though. And the problem there is that she's just a floating target in the middle of the air.
But we're not gonna use that rule that anything you're touching or holding into your physical being.
It
becomes
absolutely
invisible
doesn't
with?
work that way. You'd still be able to see her. It's like the shadow.
Ah,
Yeah,
bah
they'll
humbug.
notice her, but they won't necessarily care about who's holding her.
Right,
I mean, literally, this is the shadow's power.
which is why I would want to use hypnosis, because then I wouldn't want her to be blindsided by the next attack coming her way. She's better off just clutching her eyes closed rather than...
Actually, I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Aren't you wearing a cape, Dante?
Yeah, but I've also been injured, so I'm probably all fucked up.
But couldn't you just tuck her into your cape and then do the ability and then technically like?
I'm not trying. Don't worry about it, guys. I'm not trying to game the system here.
No, this is all fine. But okay, so you're going to go ahead and just not succeed. You do have one more action. What do you want to do then?
I'm just gonna stay put. I'm good. That's my turn.
Okay. You can hide under the table if you want.
I'm not gonna like pick you up and now let's crawl under the table. That doesn't make any narrative sense.
I was gonna suggest you could draw your shotgun.
I don't have a shotgun. Why do you think I had a shotgun? Oh no! Remember that thing only had 2 bullets in it, and I used them up in the farce that was the warehouse.
Roger that, boss.
All right, Allies' turn. The Witch and Clayton Bright will break their totem. Carmen and Roy Greer will break their totem. Wanda Harvey will see you trying to go toe-to-toe with the Huntress and will move in to try to give you an assist. She is going to go ahead and Wanda Harvey, I'm going to have you roll fighting just to see if you contribute at all.
It's usually tactics to assist somebody in a fight.
Good point, actually. She does not have any tactics, unfortunately, so I'm just going to have her roll will real quick. I guess I'll just go back to skills. I'll roll will. Oh, actually, hold up a second. She has something even better. 1 second. Table. She's weird, by the way.
Hey, I'm not here to judge.
Oh, yeah. And I need observation. Here we go. Observation. Mind, will.
She's
and
weird.
Additional
She likes bugs.
D6. I'm going to have her roll her personality on this. Actually, no. That won't get her enough successes. Like Dante, she needed even more. And that was not quite enough. So she runs up and looks like she's concentrating very hard. But that is the extent of it. All right, follow up. Villain's turn. Huntress is looking at you, Claudia, and she has her giant axe, and she's just gonna go swinging for it. I do have to consider she has one more action. Is she going to aim right now, or is she going to do something else?
Choose something, lady.
You know what? She's gonna go ahead and aim. She'll still take an extra D8 on this. All right, so we have a 5, 6, 7, 5.
We have another freaking tie.
Another tie, and her damage is 3.
And my damage is also 3.
Oof. Okay, well, she's going to take a big damn hit. That is for sure. She needs to roll body endurance. And she soaks it without even breaking a sweat as your punch goes straight to the center of her chest.
Whereas I do not, and I go down again.
Ah, no. You have taken another broad axe swing. Oh. That's right. You didn't get assistance. Never mind. I was thinking you could add that in.
Not to a counterattack.
All right.
I only had to last long enough, and she rolled way better than I did. What can I do?
Not a whole lot. You are down again and bleeding even more than before. Things do not look good for the woman in black. However, she has been duly distracted from basically all other concerns.
That's what a hero does.
All right, Rise of Heroes. Claudia, you're bleeding on the ground. Zamek, you reach out to gather some hairs, don't you?
Yes. I'm assuming that I'm going to take my pocket knife and not touch this thing directly.
Okay. I would like you to roll body, will, and presence, as this thing is terrifying as you realize that it is slightly moving and breathing.
Body, will, and presence, you said, correct?
Yes. Hey, there you go. Though you have the sense that this thing is not of this world or of any that you have ever heard before, you pat down your fear and terror and you slice off a couple of hairs. And it wiggles.
Ooh, yeah. And so I guess for my second action, I start preparing this ritual.
Okay. It will be 5 minutes to do it if you do it normally.
I guess we're gonna have to see what happens in 5 minutes.
I mean, to be fair, as far as you're aware, no one knows you're down here yet.
That's right. So yeah, let's see if we can play that game.
All right. Dante and James.
James can go first.
Okay, so am I too panicked to do anything right now?
You've run inside. You are not adjacent or in line of sight to the thing that caused your fear. You are not panicked at the moment.
And
Okay,
then
I'll
you
just.
saw it, and then you saw me blur past you and run down the stairs.
Okay, it's. I take it. Okay, I take a look outside.
You take a look outside, and just around the corner, you see Claudia on the ground again.
One is distracting her, right?
Uh, Wanda is right behind her at the moment. You can barely make out some kind of bear through the holes in the walls.
I'll just wait until. I'll just wait until Huntress goes away, and then I'll just wait until the Huntress goes away, and then I'll go after. And as soon as that happens, I'll go after her.
Okay, so you'll go ahead and take a focus turn then. Sounds right, right?
Right.
Okay, I'll give you focus. So we've covered Zamek, James, Dante.
All right. I'm gonna carry Claudia to the door. Peek outside.
She's not doing so well.
No, I'm talking about little Claudia, not big Claudia. Claudia versus the woman in black. I'm gonna use her handle and not her real name because I'm sure she wouldn't want that. I can't move little Claudia. You're gonna have to do that, Griff.
Yeah, that's fair. I was just waiting for you to finish.
Well, I said I was looking outside.
Okay, yeah. You see about the same that James did.
Shit. Is this a tree or a bush?
That is a set of trees.
Can I see through it?
Uh, Barely, if at all.
Like, can I see these people?
Yes, indeed. You can see some motion out in the distance behind the trees.
Let's see, that was 8. So about to there, and it's what, speed and athletics, or to continue moving?
Body speed athletics to move further than 10.
Awesome.
So you do not get too far. But you do get to move up to, well, you could get up out to here. But that does still put you within relative line of sight of this girl here.
Right, but she's got
However,
somebody
she's not
literally right
moving yet.
next to her anyway, so I'm not...
Yeah. Alright, so Rise of Allies.
Don't forget to move Claudia.
Let's see, how far away...
Griff.
Oh, yeah. Boop. 1 second, I was just measuring people. She's with you, don't worry about it. Here we go. You get an additional 2d8 to do it. I'm gonna roll mind, will, observation, power. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a personality die. And she does it. Wanda now has an additional 1d8. I'm gonna give her a heart. And everyone else is also going to do it, and I'm going to breeze through their castings of it real quick. Just so that we can get through it. Not quite enough, not quite enough, won't be quite enough. They move and hide into the bushes, which moves and hides, moves and hides. Wanda, however, is going to slap the Huntress in the back of the head and then make a run for it. And you can hear the Huntress scream. She is going to try getting out to about here. And then we'll guard. The Huntress is reasonably distracted. She is going to chase after on the rise of villains. The Huntress has fighting and rolls up to an 8. Harvey, however, is going to try to dodge and has a guard and 1 success, 7. She takes 1 success, so that is 4 damage. She now has to soak. To do not rolling speed on your endurance. She soaks 2. And needs to soak 2 more. She is now hurt as she takes a hit. Let's see. Nobody is there to necessarily see it happen, unfortunately. Nobody conscious. Rise of Heroes.
I'd like to go to Claudia.
All right, James, go ahead and go to Claudia.
Try to stabilize her again.
Okay, go ahead and roll Mind Will Academics. All right, Claudia will not bleed out, but she has taken enough trauma and blood loss that she is not conscious.
I'm gonna carry her.
All right, you pick up the unconscious Claudia. She is now over your shoulder and with you. Next character, Dante. You see a short distance away, face to face, a face which you only remember ever having screamed at you. And she looks at you and she screams at you again. Stupid one, head straight towards the gate. It'll be only moments.
Can you help me just get the context that I'm supposed to be taking this in?
You remember your childhood, where she is the one that you saw as the sky darkened, as she popped out of the woods and screamed at you to run.
Right, as the axe almost cut my head off.
Indeed.
But my context here would be one of fear, one of anger. Do I think this is the person that tried to kill me? What's my...
What do you think at this point Dante would think? That is up to you, unfortunately.
Alright, well then I guess I'm gonna play this the way that I always do.
Oh, but you do see someone with her.
Right, Clayton.
A rhino.
Yeah, he's a big guy. Well, he's even bigger now that he's...
He seems strangely familiar to you.
Yeah.
And he looks over at you and says, Oliver, just listen to her.
He's only 6 years older than the last time I saw him.
Indeed. He has not aged very much.
Oh, God. I don't... are they, like, pointing in a direction?
Yes, they are pointing to the map north.
Okay. I'm assuming I was dragged face down or something, so I don't really...
That's right, this is your first time outside.
Or outside of inside. I don't... Are we inside of outside or outside of inside?
Those are existential questions that can keep you up in the future with nightmares.
No, I mean, we didn't leave the hill. We didn't go back up and then out, right? We're still underground. Just some sort of...
That is correct. As far as you're aware, you're still actually underground, but this place feels like it should be outside in the forest. It even has the same trees as up top.
Is the gate open?
No.
I open the gate?
It is closed tight, and you can see something shadowy on the other side of it trying to keep it closed.
Oh, you mean like something is pushing against it?
Yes.
Okay, so opener of ways would not help me out here.
Not at the moment.
Okay, then I'm